I'm finding it hard to get a loan for commercial real estate projects I have under contract. Any advice? Yes, it's harder because the banks want more down payment. Remember, the banks are very scared because they got hit so hard in 2008 that they got wiped out. And the banks, one of the best ways to get a bank to work with you is to put a deposit, believe it or not, is to go in and say, I need a loan for X. By the way, I'm willing to put a deposit of so much money. All of a sudden, they wanted 30% down, but you're willing to put, let's say it's $1 million deal, and you are going to put 300,000 down. You can go in and say, you know, I'd like to put 100,000 in a CD with the bank, and can I just do the deal for 20% down? Now all of a sudden there could be now much higher interest for them, like interest as in like they're interested in you. So that's number one. Number two, more money down. Number three, structure the deal maybe slightly different. Maybe don't get it vacant. Try to place a tenant. Try to do the deal as a lease with an option to buy. So you stagger your way into the property. And when you do a lease with an option to buy, you put that you have the right to add tenants to the property. So you add a master lease with an option to buy. So it's a master lease with an option to buy. And even when you're selling, by the way, listen to this works both ways. You're selling a property, you can't get out, give the buyer a master lease with an option to buy. So there are some tenants, I'm missing some tenants, hey, listen, I want to sell it, I'll give you the master lease with an option to buy. So once they bring all the tenants, they can go to the bank and say, look, now it's all rented, they can get the loan, you get cashed out. And if you're buying, ease your way in. Lease with an option to buy. This way you have time to bring the tenants, to have access, to get some income, to do this. You can do it with hotels, you can do it with storage facilities, you can do it with so many different type of properties. We even talk in the JV program, I don't know how many people here are in the JV program, there is a whole section about leasing and subleasing. I have, right here in Old San Juan, I have 2 properties, lease, sublease. I lease, and I'm subleasing at double what I'm actually paying. I'm paying $6,500 and I'm subleasing. I split the space into 2 and I'm subleasing each side at $6,500. And by the way, this coming week, the reason I'm here still, I have a meeting with the tenant and this is gonna go up to $7,500 each side. I wanted $8,000, but the guy got me, he's an Indian gentleman, and he got me this beautiful dessert, which bought him a saving of $1,000. I was just, I'm a sucker for these things, man. Where is the dessert?
Don't compromise.
Anyway, but
Cherif, I have something to inform you on what's going on with the banks right now. So here's what's going on with the banks. The Federal Reserve is requiring the banks to deposit their reserves with the Fed funds. They have taken their reserves that they have to hold at the bank, which usually is like traditionally 10% of all the deposits. They have to always have that money on hand. They've eliminated that, and the banks are bringing all their reserve funds to the Fed, and they're roughly getting 4%. It's best to go to smaller banks that may not have the access to the full membership of the Fed to get that 4%.
I just want to point out that this is not going to be 2008. It's impossible, because you can Google it and look at many statistical studies and talk to any banker, and you could see that for the last 10 years, it's not like the 10 years before. It's not like 2005, 6, 7, where they were giving loans to anybody, no income, no asset verification. Here is 90%, etc. So
yeah, breathe on the mirror.
Okay. So no matter what they do, they want to get to that inflation level, which we've talked about. If inflation is 8 and you want to slow it down, you got to get to 8.5. If inflation is 7, you want to get to like 7.25 or something to slow down the economy.